So anyone say yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning to all. And today we'll start with the syllabus. So for this semester, I am handling STQA subject. So in the last semester, so you people gone through the software engineering subject. So software engineering and STQA. So both are almost similar to software engineering. We use the software development models to develop the software with a systematic approach. So after developing the software, we test the software by using software testing principles, software testing and quality assurance. So the outcomes. So what you will study in this subject? So you will study about various software testing types and select appropriate different testing types for testing the software, and you can write the test cases by using black box and white box testing techniques, and you will use different approaches for software testing quality assurance. So in software engineering subject also, you are gone through the some of the basic concepts of software testing. So in this subject, you will also study about free open source software testing tools to test the software. So these are the outcome of these subjects. So you'll study about different testing types, different levels of testing, different approaches of software testing, and open source software testing tools. Then, so this is the first unit about the fundamentals of software testing. Then second about the different methods of software testing, levels of software testing, different levels, like to test the unit, uh, a small module, so that is unit testing. Then module testing, integration testing by combining all the different modules. So there are different levels of testing, from small module to the large, the final projects. System testing will discuss in detail, and test planning and documentation, software test planning and documentations, software quality assurance, how we can maintain the quality of the software. Then the formal approaches of software quality assurance and automated tools, open source free testing tools. So these are the total 8 units, and the textbooks that you have to refer is software testing principles and techniques and tools by MG Lime. So you will get the PPT for all for this particular subject, this textbook, and also software testing by Ron Patton, and software engineering by Pressman. So these are the 3 books that you are required to refer for this subject. So let me check. Mm, so can anyone tell the different testing tools that you know? So anyone? Is there Datta? Yes, Arjav. So I request any one of you to just interact. If you know any uh, testing tools, open source testing tools that you are used uh, for testing the software. So you may have gone across through any of the internships, maybe you are used. Okay, Dhanvantri is saying it's a Selenium. Yes, Selenium open source testing tool. So it is also there part of your syllabus. The last chapter we are studying about the Selenium open source testing tool. Uh, so any other testing tool that you know? So what you do, you just go through the one of the website. There is a Guru 99.
Yes, sir.
Guru 99. So I'll share the screen.
Sir, robotium, robotium.
Okay, okay. The student they are sharing 1 minute. Okay, Robotium testing, then Tosca test suite, Cucumber, APM, Wireshark. Okay, but normally the out of all these, the in the just as a student or even some of the small scale industries, they use the Selenium software testing tool. It's open source and easy to use. Even you can use for your uh, projects also. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So that Guru 99 website, Guru 99. So you just go through this website. So in guru99.com, you will get all the details about the tools and the concepts, how you can use the software testing tools. So even I have created the videos for the step by step how we can use the Selenium testing tool for testing the software that we'll discuss in the next class. So before going to the uh, in detail, we'll study the basic concept as per your syllabus, the fundamentals of software testing. So okay, so introduction to software testing. So what is software testing? Uh, it is the process that's used to identify the correctness, completeness, and quality of the developed software. It is a process. Software testing is a process that used to test the quality of the software. So identify the correctness means whether to identify whether the particular software is correct or not, whether the it is working correctly or not, correctness, completeness, all the features of the software, whether it is included or not, completeness. Okay, identify the correctness, completeness, and quality of the developed software. So that is a software testing. It is a process of executing a program or application under positive and negative test conditions by manual or automated means. So it is a process of executing whether the particular software it is working or not in terms of condition, positive or negative condition. So for example, to book a IRCTC ticket, so there is a positive condition like for example, we can book at a time only 6 tickets. We can book only 6 tickets. So the positive is that the particular field it should accept only from 1 to 6 digits. only 1 to 6. So these are positive test cases. And for example, if we enter 0 or -1 or 10, so it should not accept. So negative conditions by manual or automated means. So we can do the testing by manual testing or by using the automated testing. Automated testing, we use the testing tools. So it is a process of executing a program or application under the positive and negative conditions by manual or automated means. So it checks the specification, functionality, and performance. So software testing, it checks the specification, functionality, and performance. So what is the objective of software testing? The objective of software testing is to uncover as many as errors or bugs as possible in a given product. So to uncover, to discover as many errors, the bugs as possible in a given software product. Demonstrate a given software product matching its requirement specification. Means the particular software, it should match to the required specification. As you know, the software requirement specification document. So the developed software, it should match with the software requirement specifications. And validate the quality of the software testing using minimum costs and effort. So validate the quality of the software testing by using the minimum cost and effort. So it is very important. The quality of the software, when we can say the quality of the software, means the developed software, the cost should be low. So validate the quality of a software testing using the minimum cost. We should not spend more time and cost. So effort, it indicates the resource, the time. So it should take a minimum cost. So to go for this minimum cost and effort, we can use the automation tools instead of two three people for testing the software. So we can use a software testing tools to test the software. Then generate the high quality test cases, perform effective tests, and issue a correct and helpful problem reports. So after testing, it generate the high quality test cases. Test cases means it's a positive test cases or negative test cases. So we'll test the software with both. So that is the test cases, and issue the correct and helpful problem reports. So this is the objective of the software testing. And we'll discuss some basic definitions. What is error, bug, fault, and failure. So in terms of software testing, error means it is a human action that produces the incorrect result, that produces a fault. It's a human action. Error, it is because of the human. So that because of that, it produces the incorrect result, and that produces a fault. Bug means what? The presence of error at the time of execution of the software. Fault means state of the state of software that is caused by an error. And failure. Failure means deviation of the software from its expected result. Means they should not match in the expected and actual result. Expected and actual result. For example, uh, while booking the railway ticket, so it should take only from 1 to 6. Suppose the condition is that at a time we can book only 6 tickets. So if you provide the four number, means four, we are booking the tickets for 4 members. So it should accept. It should accept. So the expected means it should accept the four digit, and we can proceed for the booking for 4 members. So here failure means what? Suppose if we provide minus 5, then the what is the expectation? Expectation means it should not accept, it should not proceed for booking the tickets. So expectation and actual it should match. So so this is the while testing the software, you will understand the positive and negative test cases. So these are some terminology: error, bug, fault, failure. Then you already know the software development life cycles. Software development life cycle. So I want to know from you that what are the concepts you know about software development life cycle. Mm, so I request anyone to just interact, just tell about the software development life cycle, because you already gone through in the last semester SDLC, software development life cycle. SDLC, software development life cycle, means the step by step procedure to develop the software by using the systematic approach, collecting the requirements, requirement analysis, then design, coding, testing, then maintenance. So in software testing life cycle, software development life cycle SDLC. So with respect to the SDLC, we use software testing life cycle also, STLC, software testing life cycle. SDLC, yes, Samruddhi More is telling about the software development lifecycle phases. Yes, requirement design, build or coding, testing, and maintenance. So, with respect to these phases, there is a respect to testing phase to improve the quality of the software. So that is we call as software testing life cycle, STLC, software testing life cycle. So software testing life cycle. So is this screen visible? Yes, guys. Anyone? The classic waterfall model. Is it visible? Anyone? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the feasibility study, requirement analysis, specification, designing, coding and unit testing, integration and system testing, and maintenance. So this is the waterfall model. Means these are different phases. And in the testing life cycle, so as you know, so software testing life cycle, each phase is having a, a respective testing methods. So that is the uh, V cycle, or we can call it the software testing life cycle that we will discuss. So before that, we'll discuss testing life cycle. So how the testing life cycle proceeds? It proceeds with the project initiation, then system study, study about the complete project system study, then test planning. We need to plan for the testing, because uh, before any work we need to plan. Without plan we won't get the succeed, because in software testing also test plan is very important. After planning we design the test cases, positive and negative test cases, then we execute the We execute the test cases, then report defects. What are the defects that arise in the software? Report the defects. Then regression testing. Regression testing means so after finding the defects, we'll make a changes. So that is the regression testing. Regression testing, analysis, and summary report. So this is about the testing life cycle. Test plan. Test plan means what? It is a systematic approach to test a system, that is software. The plan typically contains a detailed understanding of what the eventual testing workflow will be. So test plan is very important because for any software, so you do the testing, it is based upon the planning. So today we are just for this session, so we planned 2 3 days back. You have the schedule. You have the schedule for the B class, all the subjects, because it is as per the plan the lectures are going on. So planning is very important for any task, not only the software development or software testing. So in our day-to-day life also, the test plan is very important. And once we prepare a plan, then we can go for the writing the or designing test cases. So test plan is very important in software testing. Then test case. What is test case? It is a specific procedure of testing a particular requirement. So it includes the identification of specific requirement, test case success or failure. Then so in the industry there are different tools are available to write the test cases, but normally we use Microsoft Excel to maintain the all the test case requirements, test case, their pass fail. So if you have any problem or if you are getting any issues, then just to mention it in the chat box. Then the it's a very important terminology, verification and validation. In your MCQ also you will get this. You may get you will think it is both are similar, verification and validation. But verification means the software that should conform to its specification. Conform to its specification. Are we building the product right? Specification means the features of the software. The software should conform to its specifications. Are we building the product right? Verification means the software should conform to its specifications, that is features of the software. Validation means the software should do what the user really requires. Validation, the software should do what the user really requires. Are we building the right product? Validating whether the particular software is working as per the customer requirements. Then the different testing methodologies. These are very means important testing methodologies that are mentioned in your syllabus: black box testing and white box testing. So as you already know, I think we discussed these concepts in the software engineering also. So you had one chapter on software testing. So black box testing, as the name indicates, black box, no knowledge of internal program design or code is required. So just you will focus only on the input and output. Tests are based on the requirements and functionality. So you'll provide input and you will compare the actual and expected output. So black box testing means no knowledge of internal program design or code is required. And white box testing. So white box testing, knowledge of the internal program the coding knowledge is required in white box testing. So tests are based on the coverage of code, statement, branch, paths. So this is the black box testing. So black box testing means the internal knowledge means the coding knowledge is not required. So you will provide the input and you will compare the input and output. So here input and output you will mainly focus on the features, the requirements of the software. The internal the knowledge of the is not required. Internal knowledge is not required. So in white box testing, we require the we need to analyze the code to test the software. We need to analyze the code to test the software. So white box testing. So we'll discuss all these the concepts in detail in your second and third chapters. Then methods are different. Then testing levels are different, like unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. So unit testing means we'll test a small module. We'll test a small unit module, a small module. Integration testing, it integrate all the different modules, and system testing. Whole system we will test. Whole system we will test. So that is a system testing. So as I already told about the unit testing. Unit testing means it tests the each module individually, and it follows a white box testing. White box testing means it is done by the developers. White box testing is done by the developers because we need to analyze the code. We need to analyze the code. Just keep in mind unit testing is done by the unit testing is done by developers. Then integration testing, once all the modules have been unit tested, integration testing is performed. Once the different modules have been unit tested, first we go for the unit testing, then after that integration testing is performed. So there are different types of integration testing. There is a big bang integration testing, top down integration testing, and bottom up integration testing. Bottom up integration testing. So if you are getting any problem, just to mention it in the chat box. And system testing. So in integration means it's a big bang testing, then top down integration testing, bottom up integration testing, and mixed integration testing. So these are different type of integration testings. Then system testing means the system as a whole is tested to uncover the requirement errors. So verify that all the system elements work properly and that overall system functions and the performance has been achieved. So there are different type of system testing like alpha testing, beta testing, acceptance testing, performance testing. These are different testing levels. So that we discuss in the third chapter. Alpha testing. That alpha testing is it is carried out by the test team within the developing organization. These are all different levels of testings: alpha testing, beta testing, acceptance testing, performance testing. Different levels of these different testing levels that you will discuss in the third chapter of the your syllabus. Then performance testing, stress testing, volume testing, configuration testing, compatibility testing, regression testing, recovery testing, maintenance testing, documentation, usability testing. So these are all different levels of testing that will be helpful for your interview preparation also. For your interview preparation also, these testing different levels of testing it will be helpful. So in order to be cost effective, the testing must be concentrated on the areas where it will be most effective. So cost effective means uh, on based on the priority, we can focus on the particular modules. For example, security. If security is a major issue, major priority, then we'll focus on the security of the that particular software. So the testing must be concentrated on the areas where it will be most effective, where most effective particular modules. So that is the one way, and the testing should be planned such that when testing is stopped for whatever the reason, the most effective testing in the time allotted been has already been done. So the testing should be planned in such a way that when testing is stopped due to some any reason, in whatever the reason, the most effective testing in the time allotted has already been done. Means we should follow the plan for testing the software. The objects of any objects of an organizational testing policy that may result into too much effort and money will be spent on testing, so attempting to achieve a level of quality that is impossible or unnecessary. So here, for quality of the software, we will mainly focus on uh, test plan, test cases, and the different other parameters are there to provide the training to the employee on testing tools. So there are different parameters are there to improve the quality of the software. So, so for this today's introduction class, we discussed about what is software testing and what are the different methods of software testing, different levels of software testing. So just you just give a summary in the chat box. So just mention it, whatever the concept that we discussed in the today's class. So just write a summary. Write a summary. So what are the concepts that we discussed in the today's session, and also